Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians tried to escape the horrors of the mists. The dull forms of wet change made it out of their box and tried to find their bodies. Del was distraught over Rumpleforeskin and was haunted by the ghost of the innkeeper. Nero cracked his wooden butt getting to the floor, but managed to find a magical collar amongst the bone horse's bones. Tyler called to his bat familiar Ivan, who spotted their bodies dancing in the woods. And Ivan started flying them to the woods, but as they were attacked by owls, Shadow Nemesis managed to crash them into the ground. Shadow Nemesis then called out to his symbiote, but inadvertently gave away their position. Will they ever get back into their real bodies? I doubt it.
Hello, friends, and welcome to this, our latest recording of Jesters of Ravenloft. Sadly, we are without Guy Bradford this evening, which we discovered literally 45 seconds ago. Sadly, he is having a major allergy attack. All is good. Yeah. He will recover. It's nothing that anybody needs to worry about, but he's not available tonight. So we all send our endless love to Guy Bradford. If you want to post any messages about how much you love Guy, leave them in chat, and he will find them all later because we all love and support him, and we'll miss him this evening. But Ravenloft waits for no allergies. Our story shall continue. Our four heroes are a sketch comedy troupe known as Wet Change who have been sucked into Ravenloft. They each have gained classes in the D&D system, training under expert heroes, and they've all been cursed with different abilities. Tyler's turned green. He has horns. He can remove a pinky and do magic with it. He's also become a blade singer, a wizard who is excellent at hitting things with a gigantic sword. Del has become a bard, but of a different variety. Perhaps Faerun's first, I'll say it, a visual bard. She has a stylus that can draw and carve the images she is drawing into the reality around her. She can also now speak to ghosts, but sometimes the ghosts yell at her and are not that helpful.
Yeah.
Adam has been possessed by a symbiote that has merged with his body, giving him some vampire-like powers, but also changing his needs and desires. He also has trained as a barbarian, channeling his endless rage, and has also fallen to darkness, having decided to become a villain over his time inside Ravenloft, which, for the record, is about 12 days. And there is Guy Bradford, who died tragically, losing all of his memories, coming back and becoming a new person, just occasionally with pop culture references appearing in his mind, courtesy of the Watchers, figuring out who he is. He has renamed himself New Rogue. He has ghostly hands and feet, and he has become a cleric of Ezra, the god of the mist. The same god who brought this party into Ravenloft accidentally is now the one he has dedicated himself to. Our heroes carried out dramatic adventures inside the first domain that they entered, leading up to them defeating and destroying Judge Dredd, the Dark Lord of that domain, where Adam, in his new persona as Shadow Nemesis, took the throne of the ultimate evil, only to discover that once that happens, the domain that he is living in became his permanent hell. So our heroes fled that land because they need to each become Dark Lords to be able to eventually escape Ravenloft altogether and get back to good old Earth and the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. They crossed over with Rumpleforeskin, a horse made of bones named by chat, don't blame me for that one, and discovered that one of Adam's hench people who had died previously, the squire named Dr. Deputy Anatrix Seraph, is alive and rejoined the party. They were traveling through woods filled with trees that had faces on them, inside a carriage being pulled by Rumpleforeskin, their bone horse friend, when they met a jangly, strange, overly cheerful goblin named the Nilbog, who offered to take them to either a cottage or a farm because they seemed cool. They immediately chose the cottage because Shadow Nemesis was thrilled to hear that there might be toys there, where they met Amina Savant, the unlikely elvish host. She moved strangely. She cooked terrible food. All of her plants were overwatered. It was a bit of an odd sight, but our heroes needed somewhere to rest. Unfortunately, they did not know that there were evil dolls inside the house. Each of them has been pricked by a silver needle and had themselves transported into a doll. While the dolls are outside in the woods, frolicking about and abusing and slowly accidentally killing their mortal bodies. Having gotten out of this box, they discovered that Rumpleforeskin, the bone horse, appears to have been trapped and or destroyed by an anti-magic collar that has a single vertebrae floating at its core. And they will need to retake their bodies and use whoever's thumb set up the collar to be able to open it. As they were dolls leaving the house, they came up with an elaborate plan to get back to and sneak to their bodies using Tyler's familiar, which he had just summoned, Ivan, a really cool bat with constellations inside his wings, to fly them out so they could sneak up on their erstwhile foes, hoping that pricking them with the needles would put them back into their own bodies. Unfortunately, the bat, as it was flying carrying heroes, was immediately attacked by 2 owls that the party is doing battle with. And Shadow Nemesis, being quite clever, called out to his symbiote, Shadow Master, that is not inside his current doll form. He is free, but to get Shadow Master to try to take control of his original body and, as described by Shadow Nemesis, beat up everyone else in the party until they are unconscious.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this attempt failed. Their bodies, possessed by dolls, have heard that they are now loose in the woods and are coming back for them, while our heroes are in combat with 2 owls. And due to Shadow Nemesis trying to steer a bat who is also a familiar, it crashed into the ground, and Ivan is no longer present in this.
You crashed my bat, man. You crashed my fucking bat.
You should have let me have control over the bat.
And you know what? I see that now.
See?
Our heroes
I'm sorry.
Our heroes are just outside the cottage. Tyler, Shadow Nemesis, and New Rogue are all at full health and on the ground. Dell, unfortunately, has been deeply injured by an owl and is currently being shaken inside the owl's beak. And that catches us up to where we are today. Shadow Nemesis, you have yelled into the woods, hoping Shadow Master could save you, and unfortunately drawing the ire of the dolls that you know are inside your bodies playing in the woods. Yeah. And you turn back to look at the party, maybe to make an excuse, maybe to assure them that everything is going to go well, when you are stunned to see an owl swoop down and in one large gulp, fully eat Shadow Rogue. Or sorry, fully eat Shadow. Fuck me. Fully eat New Rogue. Fuck you for all of your name changes.
Guy Bradford is gone.
Oh my God. Like even his little needle too?
You turn and just see his whole body, his whole doll body disappear into the mouth of this owl. And the needle clatters to the ground. And you just see that owl turn around and take off. And it's gone.
That was close, I say. Don't worry, buddy, I'll come get you. And I want to pick up his needle, so now I have 3 needles.
Great.
Make a note
Are
of
you
that.
juggling them? Like, how are you holding 3 needles?
So, okay, you know what? I was actually thinking about that. I was like, how can I do that? So I guess by default, like I would have my axe like on my back. So maybe the needle kind of like, you kind of stick it through the clothes on your back. So I'd have like one over one shoulder, another over another shoulder, and then maybe like one like through the small of my back kind of thing.
Okay. Because we have canonically established this, you do not know which is the needle that was originally yours and which needle was Amina Savant's. Do you keep track of which needle was Guy Bradford's, or does this just join the show of the random needle parade?
I mean, I thought I was keeping track of the first 2, but apparently not.
No, because you said in the previous episode, you said you weren't, and you would just stab someone with both. You didn't know they were important originally.
That's right. And if I don't know things are important, I just ignore them.
You were really determined to get a wand.
You know what? I think I would have the common sense to know that the most recent one is in the small of my back, and that is Guy's. So I think I know which one Guy's is.
That makes sense to me.
But not what the other 2 are.
Yeah. So the other 2 are chaos, but you have Guy Bradford's. That owl is gone. Just into the woods, into the night. Goodbye. You'll have to hunt for that one later. But Dell, that's not really your top concern because you're in an owl's beak being shaken back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Oh, is it? I get to do something?
Yes, you do.
Yay!
This is what happens when you roll the lowest initiative of the whole party.
Being shaken back and forth in this owl's beak, and I'm just saying, "No, ghosts, help me!" And I cast Dissonant Whispers, and ghosts come out and try and attack this owl.
Okay, how does Dissonant Whispers work?
It's a discordant melody only one creature can hear.
Oh, good.
And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, what is the DC?
It's 13.
You know how when you shake a small toy until ghosts come out?
Mm-hmm.
It was reminding me of exactly of that.
Oh yeah.
That is a definite fail with a 6. So what
thank
happens?
God. All right, so it's gonna take 3d6 psychic damage, and it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away as speed allows from me.
Nice.
Because it's
nice.
scared.
Oh, away from you. Okay, it's not carry you away. Okay.
It's scared of me because of ghosts. Ooh. Oh God, math. 13 damage. Rolled pretty high.
13 damage.
Holy shit.
You summon these ghosts out of you. Is this magic that you would draw with the stylus? How do these ghosts come out? Are you just yelling for ghosts and they like billow out of you?
I think it's just that in the moment when I'm screaming, it's like it opens a little bit of the ghost noise, and it's just the ghost sounds like that are always pushing me back and enveloping me. Suddenly there's just a moment of connection with the magic that the ghosts, they can hear them too.
Great. So these horrifying whispers and yells and howls of pain and regret and other things just pour out of your open mouth into this owl's eyes and mouth and ears. And you watch the owl just stiffen and freeze in place with you in its beak and then collapse to its side, dead.
Oh, wow. I was going to say, I don't think an owl would have that much like health. Like you just murdered it.
Damn, Dell.
Popped its brain.
Yeah.
God damn.
I mean, the
Wow.
ghosts kind of feel awful. That's how I feel sometimes when I just want to go to sleep. But I don't think it's sleeping.
I don't think so either.
Oh,
Are you okay?
I look down and there's like a beak mark in me, a big chunk out of this doll body. I
Whoa,
don't
that-
feel great.
That looks permanent. Hopefully we can get you out of that body sooner than later.
Yeah, that's my hope too.
All right. You are Shadow Nemesis. You are still staring into the woods, expecting these enemies to appear at any moment. And you can hear stumbling and giggling and confusion. It is unsettling because you are hearing your voice as well as Tyler's voice and Guy's voice and Dell's voice doing this. But you're realizing that the dolls are not terribly effective at making their way back here and have become confused about where the cottage is because they've just been running around in the woods at night running into things. So you have more time than you originally expected. You have this brief moment to try to plan what you are going to do when these dolls arrive. What do you do?
Do I have 32 turns worth of time to to run at them?
I think what we're establishing is they're coming to you. It's just
yes.
You actually have time to prepare for their arrival instead of them just bursting out of the woods.
Okay, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
You also just watched Shadow Nemesis get disappeared, or you watched New Rogue get disappeared. So the others may not have seen this.
Right. You know what? He's crafty. I feel like he'll find a way out of that owl. My main concern, if I need to get in my body, because if I'm not in my body, I can't save everybody. So as far as I know, as long as I can get Guy back in his human body, then there's going to be like a doll person in that owl.
Okay.
Right? Logic. Yeah. So
Yeah.
So I think I'm like, all right, he's gonna be fine. I got a plan, and I'm supposing there's like a tree nearby.
There's the clearing outside the cottage, as we've established. There are the kind of overwatered gardens surrounding the exterior of this hobbit-ish house. There is a large clearing around it, which was originally where New Rogue had started doing his circles before he spread further and further into the woods. And then surrounding it, there is the path that the carriage had come along. There is a path leading further along in the I guess we want to say northerly direction on the opposite side of the cottage. And you were surrounded by woods on either side. So there are a lot of trees.
Okay, and like close enough that I can reach them?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is I want to go to a tree and I want to use thaumaturgy to kind of like throw my voice into the top of the tree to make them think I'm in the tree when really I'm below hiding like at the trunk. And so I'd be like, they'll never find me up in this tree. Oh no, did I say that out loud up here in this tree? Oh no.
Just a second, I have to. With a nat 1, you just hear them go, I hear him up in the trees.
Yeah.
You know that they're closing in. Tyler and Del, you are both standing next to an owl corpse. You look over and see Shadow Nemesis beginning this elaborate tree-based ruse. You do not see New Rogue, but what are you two doing? Your voice is in the distance yelling like, they're up in the trees.
Like our voices too. Which
Yeah.
is
It's so
creepy.
weird.
It sounds like they're looking for us.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I could probably draw some fake versions of us, but I can't draw them up in a tree.
The most important thing is that we get close enough to, prick our old bodies with these needles. That's all we need to focus on.
Yeah, that's a good point. Can you get your bat back?
Ivan takes a long time to conjure. This owl corpse might work for now, actually. Ryan.
Yes.
I have a first level spell called Catapult. I get to choose one object weighing 1 to 5 pounds.
Okay.
Since the owl is dead, is it now a corpse like an object, or is it still a creature?
It's an object.
Excellent.
Corpses are objects.
We all become objects when life goes.
Oh, I love it. Where is the object at this funeral?
We all know he was a lovely creature, but now that he is an object.
Ashes to ashes, creature to object.
Oh, love it.
With Catapult, I can basically hurl an object in a straight, like 90 feet in a straight line. And it does damage when it makes impact with something or someone.
Okay.
I got a pitch for Del. Del, do you remember in Dr. Strangelove when that one guy rode that atomic bomb out of the plane?
Oh yeah, that's a classic movie moment.
If we can get these our old bodies within view, I think if we climb onto this owl corpse, I can launch it at them, get us really close, and then all we have to do is stick ourselves with the needles.
Tyler, that's fucking crazy, but let's do it.
My thinking is it won't hurt too badly to get hit in the face with a dead owl. Like, I want my body to be okay when I get back into it.
So your plan is to climb onto an owl, both of you, and then you want to hit yourself in the face, Tyler, with the owl when you appear.
Yes, I want to cast Catapult on the owl corpse and launch it at my body's face. Yeah.
Cool. I
you know what?
endorse.
That's a little ridiculous. My body's chest, central mass.
Okay, so we're gonna aim central mass.
Also
fall
the
back
horns, that's dangerous. That's
Just getting impaled on the horns.
that's just downright reckless.
Okay, so your plan is for both of you to ride that, and you are going to launch it at yourself when you appear. So, Del, you're agreeing to this? It sounds like.
Hell yeah, Tyler!
So you both climb onto an owl corpse. What a time! What a time you're having. Okay, you are all in position and ready. As you watch yourselves, Tyler, you see Tyler appear. Shadow Nemesis, you see your body appear. Del, you see your body appear. New Rogue appears. Amina Savant appears. And disturbingly, a very jaunty Dr. Deputy also appears out of the woods. Because these are the dolls. Because of this terrible roll on this part, there's nat 1 on the wisdom saves of this moment. I am going to give you a surprise round.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
Can you all roll me initiative so we'll find out who gets to go first in this surprise round?
I'm a 19 initiative.
19? Okay.
12.
11.
Del is a 12. Shadow Nemesis is an 11. Tyler is a 19. All right, Tyler. You came up with the plan. You're the man with the catapult.
I made my weird little doll. I think I said like Lego pincher hands into just the feathers. Just find that gross, weird bird meat under there and hold on for dear life. And I will cast catapult on the owl corpse that I'm straddling.
And normally, you would just soar forwards. But as you cast this spell, you feel the mist rise up from beneath you.
Okay.
Can you roll me
You can do
a
it.
D6?
You can do it. You can do it.
What is
go.
this game?
This die roll is going to get in the way of my flawless, meticulously thought out plan.
But before you...
I have
No,
a
okay.
result, however.
No, go for it.
Okay. It's a 4.
Yay!
Just over the line.
You launch yourself straight forwards and you slam right into your chest. Can you roll me? I mean, first of all, how much damage does catapult do?
3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Please roll me 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
I will say, in this case, I will say 3d4 because you are firing a dead owl, not a brick.
Right. Okay.
Those light bones.
That's a total of 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I need just a second.
I thought you were going to do max damage, just like punch a hole right through.
Instant kill yourself.
Well, that'll make it easier to prick in, you know?
You're like, yay!
You rolled 4. Okay. I now know what your health total is. You came in much less battered than any of us would have expected with having taken 2d6 damage. So you are... You hammer into a battered and bruised body with an owl corpse. Can you roll me a melee attack against your own AC?
Yes.
I will give you advantage because you are riding an owl to glory.
So that's a 17 on the die. What am I looking at for a modifier?
Yeah,
for
use the
wielding a
same
needle?
stats as you would for yourself normally.
Okay, so plus 4, so 21? 21.
21.
Wow.
Clearly, this doll is not trained under Tyler Hecklin. So as the needle pierces through your shirt into your chest, Tyler, you are blasted back into your own body. And you feel the pain of an owl slamming into your chest. And you see a doll fall unconscious. You are back in your body and you have 8 hit points.
Oh, man.
And this
8
is the
hit
point
points.
where we will take a quick commercial break. Del, you are riding an owl corpse to the future. It slams into Tyler's chest. Can you roll me a dex save? I will give you advantage because you are clinging to the owl meat of this corpse.
All right. Oh, it's not great. Even with advantage, it is an 11.
An 11. All right. So hitting this corpse, you will take 2 points of damage to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not that much, for you are a doll, you have the power of bouncing, and it is an owl corpse that has taken most of the blow. You immediately begin to tumble alongside the corpse because it's bouncing off of a person's body.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you do, though? It is now your turn. You can see yourself just a few feet to the side of this Tyler body.
Oh man. Oh. Okay. I guess in my panic, I'm gonna like leave it up to fate, and I'm using my bonus action to roll on ghost tales and see what the ghosts inspire me to be able to do potentially. Okay. All right. So, and then I guess I'm going to use my action to cast it on myself because I'm scared.
Reasonable. So what tale have the ghosts told you? How is this carried over to you?
The ghosts tell me a tale of the traveler, and I'm going to use it on myself because it's any target, including myself. But I guess the ghosts are telling me of about a traveler who journeyed far and wide and constantly fell in the woods and rolled down hills, and how dangerous that is. Which it's feeling like it's appropriate for this situation.
Yes,
and
this brief moment as you consult with them, you almost feel yourself time stopping around you and get to fully absorb this tale, and then time speeds back up and you act.
Yes, and so I'm going to use that on myself, and it says that I gain temporary hit points equal to my bardic inspiration die and my bard level.
Whoa.
Nice.
And while I have these hit points, my walking speed increases by 10, and I have a +1 bonus to my AC. So I just am heartier. And I rolled a 2, so that's 2 + 3 is 5. So I have 5 HP, and that's like my entire turn is just like, oh no.
It costs you an action to use this story?
Yep.
Okay, great. Shadow Nemesis. This is your surprise round.
Okay.
What do you do?
So are they still running towards me? Like, are they able to follow my voice?
Yes, I would say, because again, they rolled a nat 1. They're not very smart to begin with. You are looking at a large shadow nemesis just lunging out of the woods, facing upwards, just ready, fists up, ready to punch up into the tree. You are, however, on the ground.
So I kind of want to like stay as close to the ground and to the like side of the tree that real me is approaching. So when he's right near the tree being like, oh, I'm going to try to get him, so I can like poke him. So I guess what I'm doing is I'm just like, oh no, he's getting closer and I'm still up in this tree. Why did I choose to go up in this tree? What a bad decision. And I just want to wait to poke him.
Yep, and
with both needles.
He creeps forward, ready to ambush into the tree, and that's when you hear an owl corpse hurtle through the air, and you know it's time to strike. Can you roll me an attack against your own AC?
All right.
I will give you advantage because you are hiding.
Ooh, okay, all right.
And they rolled a 1.
So is this like for like my battle axe?
Yeah, just use your regular battle axe.
Okay.
That's just how we're going to do all of you fighting with needles. They feel natural in your hands.
Oh, okay. All right. With advantage. Ooh. All right. That is a total of 22.
A total of 22. You stab forward with your needles, ready to do combat, and you strike true, and you pierce your own skin. But you don't know which needle you used.
Oh, I used both.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't change this, because the mists swirl up around you.
Ruh-roh.
Can you please roll me a d6?
Can my bardic inspiration help with the D6?
Absolutely not.
No. All right. Okay. Four.
Ooh, the dice tower prevails. You immediately find yourself back in your own body.
Oh, yeah.
You look down and see a doll falling limp as the needle withdraws from your ankle where it was stabbing with 2 different needles. You are now back inside your regular body, and you have 14 hit points.
14?
You have been
Man
getting
alive.
a lot of tags. You can feel some dead skin being absorbed all around you.
Yeesh.
And you also have a very fucked up face from having tripped and slammed it into a tree.
Man, I'm wearing a
you are
helmet
beat up,
too. Jeez.
but you are you.
Okay.
And now I have to pull up a bunch of sheets because I have no idea what was going to happen. So just give me a second.
Yay!
All right.
When
Just
you're
hate
done,
on-
I have a question.
What is your question? I will try to run this in my brain as I add a lot of other people into this combat.
Do I have is that the end of my turn, or can I deal with the doll that fell down?
That is the end of your turn
Okay.
because you have moved and attacked and magically been transported into a new body. So that's going to be your turn.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
Tyler, I know you helped everybody with this. Do you still have a copy of New Rogue's character sheet somewhere on your computer?
I do.
Can you send that to me over Slack?
Yeah.
We're in the rare circumstance where New Rogue is here.
Oh, yeah.
Del, can you send me a copy of your character sheet?
Yes.
Oh man, if Guy stabs the owl, is he an owl?
Guy's in an owl body, kind of any way you look at it.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. But this is how I understand the needles to work. That it's whenever you stab, that's what you become. Like if you stab an owl, you'd be now an owl.
These are the big questions of this
Yeah.
day.
The owl will be in the doll body that's in Guy Bradford's owl body.
Yeah.
And then it'll stab him. It'll just be an Ouroboros of just man stabbing owl, stabbing man over and over again.
Oh, I have his needle. He can't stab the owl.
That's true.
That's true.
Oh no.
So instead of being in an owl's body, he's just in an owl's body then.
Okay.
Aw.
Yeah.
I gotta go stab me an owl.
Maybe he'll come out as a pellet. I learned that about owls.
I'm fine, guys.
They just kind of cough up the stuff that their body can't use.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine the owl would hold him that long because it's not like meat, right? It's like wood.
It's a
So it'd be
doll.
like,
Gonna go throw him up somewhere.
yeah. Wouldn't
Maybe in
imagine.
a nest somewhere.
If I know my owls,
And I'd like to
And
think I know a thing or two about owls.
he's gonna be thrown up right away.
Alrighty. I have character sheets and I have doll stats.
Oh, God.
Okay, here we go. We are now entering regular combat, which means I have to add in a number of people who are currently possessed by dolls to the initiative order.
Nah, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, there's a whole house full of dolls. Like
These are great points that you're
you
making.
got, you're gonna have to roll for like 1 million people.
Don't give him ideas. We don't need more. A tsunami of dolls just rolls out of the house.
God.
And I'm rolling for the doll
Oh, that's the file.
tsunami. There's a lot of
All right.
happening.
Okay. The other
Yeah, I'm scared.
All right. Regular combat begins, and you are all surprised to see Amina Savant, or more accurately, the doll that you know is possessing her body, leap out and just snap a kick towards Del to keep Del away from Del's body, because Amina knows that you are stabbing people with needles to try to retake your forms. Del, what is your current AC?
It is 14.
14. Okay. Well, she rolls terribly no matter what she's doing, which means She misses. She tries to snap a kick, but you were too small and too lithe for her to actually be able to make that attack. So she is trying to keep you away and cannot do so. Tyler, you find yourself back in your body. You are standing in a row among your compatriots. To your right is Shadow Nemesis. To your left is Dell. Amina has just stepped forwards towards you and is in engagement range, should you so wish. And to the far left, you can see New Rogue and then the Squire.
Great. I'm just going to stoop down to my feet and pop that little bitch's head off. Just that fucking doll that I was just in. That guy is not waking up. That guy is gone. I would like to wrench its head off of its body.
Great. I am going to say that you reach down to do this, and you feel the mist swirl up around you. Tyler, can you roll me a d6?
Yes, I can. That's another 4. Holy moly.
You reach down and you see somehow an unholy light return to this doll's eyes, and it reaches for the needle, but you grab it quickly enough to just pop its fucking head off, and the doll is dead. It is a corpse of a doll body at your feet.
Empty my hands, then ready for bigger targets. We're calling that an action. Do I have anything else that I can do right now? I think, if I may, I'd just like to draw my weapon, draw my sword.
Draw your weapon, draw your sword. You do so. Your gigantic sword ends up in your hands. You are ready for combat.
I'm sorry. Can I walk that back and attempt to pick up Dell in her little doll body?
All right. So you want to pick up Dell.
I won't take out my sword and do that. I feel like it's one or the other.
It's a two-handed sword, so that feels accurate. All right. You
I'll go for Dell.
I don't think Dell would fight you on that. Amina has missed, so I think that is a freebie. You've already bent over to do that. I will say you will suffer an attack of opportunity from Amina, simply because if you're bending over to pop a doll's head off and pick up another doll, she seems like she's in a pretty good place to try to hit you.
Sure, yeah.
She will attack, and she will hit. And you will take
shield as a reaction spell.
Okay. Shield is a reaction spell. What does that make your AC?
+5 to my AC. So we'd be sitting at 21.
21. All right. Her first attack will miss, and her second will miss due to your shield. Okay. She has a short sword out that is just banging off of your shield as you pick up Dell safely. So, Dell, you are now in Tyler's capable hands.
Yay!
Burning through spell slots like crazy.
At which point, New Rogue dashes over to you, Shadow Nemesis, and he reaches out with uncoordinated hands to just give you a big old hug. What is your AC currently?
Ooh, I am at 16.
16. Okay.
I think picking you up, Dell, I'm gonna put you on my head so that I have my hands free. So you have you can hang out between my two horns as you can hang on to them and embrace kind of.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like a giant tree. That's a cool horn.
A ratatouille thing. You're just kind
of
steer me through. Yeah.
Moving the horns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holding on with Tyler's luxurious hair.
Wonderful. That is happening as New Rogue lumbers forward and misses you altogether. New Rogue cannot get his hands on you, Shadow Nemesis. He is trying in this jangly body, but it is not working. You're escaping the tag hands. Dell, you are riding hair at the top of a Tyler mountain. What do you do?
Oh man.
Make me cook a wholesome dish from the doll's past.
Oh my god, exactly.
Unlock a core memory, and then everything will be fine.
Oh man. I just feel like I need to get closer. I don't think I can actually hit my own body from up here.
Okay. Yep.
So, I guess what I will do is I would
say if you wanted to use your movement, you could launch yourself. Now that you are up high, you could jump far enough to get to yourself.
Okay. Then that sounds like a good plan. I'll do that then. I wasn't sure how far everything is really exactly, but
it's all been very close. Everyone's rushing forwards to try to prevent. The dolls' inside bodies are all rushing forwards to try to prevent you all from kind of needling the person that you were trying to get close to. But it has meant that they're all rushing forwards.
You got to draw into space like a sling between my horns and just back up and launch yourself.
Really, that would be too far, because if you think about how tall Tyler is and how short I am.
I have to like look
Just
down to like
jump it down.
hiking
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
I think I'll do that. I'll try to jump down onto my own shoulder neck area where there's no armor.
Alrighty. Can you roll me an acrobatics? And I will give you advantage because you didn't do the ridiculous slingshot thing, even though it would have been cool.
Very cool. All right. It's only a 13.
13. That is still enough for you to make this launch because you are close.
Nice.
So you leap and land on your own shoulder. What do you do?
Then I'm stabbing with a needle into the side of the neck, like right under the ear.
Ooh,
Alrighty.
ooh.
Roll me a melee attack. Del, what did you roll?
I didn't roll it yet. I was saving it. Here it is. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 makes it through your own AC. So you stab a needle into your body and find yourself immediately inside your own body with a needle in your neck as a doll falls off your shoulder and collapses to the ground. You have retaken your own form. However, you are pretty beat up because you only have 14 HP.
All right. Do I keep my temporary hit points, or were those attached to the doll body? How does that work?
The temporary hit points, because they were gifted by ghosts, will carry over because spirit gifts should attach to a spirit, not a physical body. If you'd had them through another means, I would, like a physical spell on yourself, I would not have allowed it. But ghost shit carries forwards. You're still ghostly.
Yay, thank
Nice.
you.
So you have retaken your body. Shadow Nemesis, you find yourself fending off the disjointed blows of a possessed new rogue. What do you do?
So, well, I got two choices here because I got like doll me on the ground, who has Guy's needle or New Rogue's needle, and I have New Rogue coming at me. So I'm going to try something. I want to pick up my doll body and without actually touching the needle per se,
Yep.
I want to, because I put it in the small of my back, as we would remember. I want to just stab New Rogue right in the forehead with the needle and see if that will like get Guy back in his body.
Like pull him. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like so Guy's right now he's in an owl's stomach. So in my head, if I stab the Guy's body with the needle, he'll zip into his body without me touching it. Because I feel like if I'm touching it, then I'll like switch or some nonsense.
Great. So you reach down to pick up this body to carry out your plan, and the mists swirl up around. Mists.
Oh my god.
Roll me
4?
a d6.
I mean, just statistically, it's gonna go bad at some point, right? I get more stressed out the more successful we are. How fucked up is that?
4?
Oh, shit, the magic number of the night.
Four.
4. You raise up the doll and stab it forwards. Can you roll me a melee attack with advantage?
Okay.
Use your
So-
regular axe stats, but you're just swinging a doll.
Okay, so that is the D8, is that right? Oh, Adam. Yeah, it's 1D8 plus 2.
That would be your
And-
damage, but I'm just looking at you to roll to hit. Just roll to hit. You picked up the doll, and I want to make sure that you're hitting. You managed to not touch any of the needles, and you are doing this without touching the new rogue needle. So,
Okay, quick question.
for sure.
Can I add Bardic Inspiration after if the roll doesn't go well, or do I have to do it before?
You can do it after you roll, but you can't do it after you know what the DC is.
So you can roll and then decide whether or not to add it, but I can't tell you whether you succeeded or failed. You have to figure that out on your own in advance.
All right. Okay. Good. Okay, let's go. I will add it. So that is a 6, correct? That I add?
You have to roll a D6.
Roll the d6.
Oh, I roll a D6. Oh,
Yeah.
woof. Oh, okay. All right.
It could be good.
All right. So 13. total.
13. You take a swing towards New Rogue, and unfortunately, he dodges aside, fearful of this needle, and manages to escape the blow that you are striking.
I'm still holding the guy.
Um,
I'm still holding myself.
You are still holding your body with Guy's needle tucked in like through your outfit, extended through your fist through like the knuckles, so you could just punch with.
Yeah,
this
I'm like
needle.
Wolverine. Yeah.
Like a single needle Wolverine.
last session, I enchanted Guy's needle to make it a magic weapon, so it has a +1. Does a 14 hit?
Unfortunately, a 14 does not. hit.
Sorry, his
That's
AC
a
is
great
16.
call.
Trying to make this happen
good
for you.
try. Can I have a bonus action?
Do
Is
you
that a
have something
thing I
you
could
could do
do?
with a bonus action?
Does biting a head off a doll count as a bonus action?
Oh my god!
You want to bite a head off a doll?
Like the me version.
Yes,
Like,
of
I'm
the doll that
holding the
you were.
doll.
So like
The one in your
Tyler did, you
hands?
just want to take this doll out of the equation.
The one you've
Yeah.
described as holding like this instead of just doing this. You want to sink your teeth.
Yeah.
into a big
Like,
Can
well,
you-
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Can
guessing
you
now
roll
if I'm
me-
doing it like the Wolverine thing, his head will be sticking out and he's unconscious. So I kind of want to like quickly transform to my like vampire wolf face and like and just like bite his head off.
Great. Can you roll me the same dice that you would for a bite attack? Whatever that bonus is for you, roll that.
Oh, that's a +4.
There you go.
Look at that.
Roll your attack at him.
All right. So then it's a D20 +4. Come on, baby. What you got for old Adam here? 14.
14 will hit. So you successfully bite down and rip the head off this doll. So you have the corpse of one of the evil marionettes in your hand, along with needles. And the battle continues, which is when you see Dr. Deputy Anna Truick Seraph sprint forwards going, yeah, right at you, Shadow Nemesis. And it is just staggering to see hate, fear, and joy in this small creature's eyes. The squires are normally your friend, but the squire attacks.
My boy.
Ooh. And you will be hit. You will take
Uh-oh.
5 piercing damage.
Whoa.
And can you roll me a wisdom save? Because
Wow.
the screams of this squire are so loud and discordant.
Man, my wisdom's 0. All right. Okay, 13.
13, you succeed in the save. So you manage to muscle through the screams of a squire coming out unnaturally towards you.
That's an
the
attack he
squire-
has?
Yep.
Ah!
Squire living that life. We have Amina striking again at you, Tyler, as you have become a doll-related assistant and weapon.
Yeah. My AC until it's my turn again is still 21.
21. Holy shit. Okay.
That's all I've got going for me right now.
She rolls a 19, which will not hit,
Oh. I thought
and a nat 1.
Hey.
So she lashes out at you, stabbing against this shield. And the second time, as her weapon bounces off the shield, it swings down and cuts deeply into her own thigh.
Eesh.
Wow.
So she will take 6 points of damage from her own short sword strike.
Nice.
God damn.
Tyler, you are facing an enemy who is stabbing themselves. What do you do?
I mean, she seems pretty set on kind of killing me, huh? I have this little internal thing of like, Amina's dead and this doll creature wants a body. Like, do we need to kill everyone? Like, the damage is done and like there's no one to take this body back. But she's trying to murder me and my friends, so I'm gonna try and finish this off, I guess. I'm going to go into my blade singing stance. As a blade singer, I can activate my blade song with a bonus action. This, I think for me, basically just mentally, this entire battlefield becomes an alley full of trash because it's just where I was trained. And before me are a series of Tyler Hecklins, just egging me on to take a swing. When I'm in my blade song stance, I get a bonus to my armor class. I can move 10 feet faster, advantage on dexterity acrobatics checks. Any constitution saving throw gets my int bonus. So I'm just a little bit tougher to hit in general and a little bit sturdier. That's a bonus action. And I think with just a regular action, I'm going to go with I'm just going to take out my sword and take a two-handed swing at this poor lady's body.
Great. So you're dealing lethal damage, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll your attack, my friend.
Yeah. I'm going to take a swing at Amina here. 9 on the die, plus 4, 13 to hit.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
Okay. That's almost max damage. That is 11 plus 2, 13 damage.
13 damage. You lash out, hearing the garbage winds flowing around you, seeing the trash piles, knowing that Tyler Hecklin is both heckling and attacking you. And with a perfect strike born of your true trash training, you strike down the body of Amina Savant, cleaving her fully in half from shoulder through to hip, and see 2 parts of her body fall away from you.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
I want to just shout out to Dr. Deputy, New Rogue, I think, or the rest of us are in our bodies. Yeah, I want to just shout out to those 2 and say, this is what happens when you're made of meat. Now surrender before the same thing happens to you. It's a hollow threat because I wouldn't kill either of those 2, but I want to try to put a stop to this.
Can you roll me an intimidation?
Okay.
And we'll find out the results of the roll when we come back tomorrow.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dimitri Taras. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time. Christopher Little, Sue One, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Guy Edwards, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Mithrian, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine,
Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless,
Diophasis, Squishy Werewolf, Remy, Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, Gus Schreider, Drama, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumbdumbdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.